Hey everybody, Max Monster here, back with another character. This time we got Storm. Um, so, Storm, defensively, you have been buffed. You're going to love that factor, but there's some major nerfs to your mechanics, and I don't like those changes, and I don't like how they snuck them in, and they didn't even mention it. So, let me go with nerf number 1, Refreshing Breeze. It's actually less hit points and less defense, especially with the way the defense bell curve works. So you're not getting as much health per second. It's not quite as bad, but health per second now is really major. So, you definitely got to keep that in mind and keep this one going. It looks better here live than it did yesterday on test. I think they increased it a little bit. It could also be the difference between when it was transferred and when it's not, but I still say there's a slight buff or debuff there. Another small nerf on Turbulent Winds. Where are we? Here we are. It's a minus to the haste movement speed. I'm not seeing the same movement speed I used to see. And I think the vulnerability went down a little bit. 33.5 ain't bad though. It could also be because of the gate to skills. You cannot get to 20 points in a skill until level 60 now. I just have massive plus bonuses, which is why I'm getting these high numbers here. And then Thundering Maelstrom. This is where the biggest nerf has occurred. Even though the damage is increased to go on par with what the damage should be based on, I don't even think it's really gone up that much, to be honest with you. It should be 4 to 5 times what it was live, and it's not. It's about double to maybe triple what it was before 1.2. All the skills, other skills have been 4 to 5 times the amount of damage. This isn't. The second debuff nerf that they haven't mentioned here is the simple fact that the strikes happen less often per second. Instead of being 7 to 8, they're like 2. That's massively different than what it was. You're doing a lot less damage with Thundering Maelstrom. Still a big skill. I still use it. But I notice a difference, and I'll show you, because that's the rest of it. I'm just going to go into my build, which is Thundering Storm. Sorry, just thinking. All these changes have got me on my toes here. And of course we're going to do Thundering Maelstrom, because that is a core ability. We're going to back it up with Crashing Hail. This isn't going to be any different than the Wrath of Storm. We're going to up Spirited. That's going to give us a massive amount of spirit. We're going to like that. Gusting Tempest is going to go up. That's going to be one of our primary buffs. That's going to work with Turbulent Winds. And then we're going to have Refreshing Breeze, because you need that health regen. Your teammates will love you for the health regen. Health and regeneration are massive in the game now. Because of the way defense works, you are going to take damage. There's really no way to avoid taking damage. So the only thing you can do is offset the incoming damage with, of course, health. And you have to regenerate it. So let me just confirm that. We did Thundering Maelstrom, Crashing Hail, Spirited, Gusting Tempest, Turbulent Winds, and Refreshing Breeze. That's going to be our 6 skills. We put points into it. My right mouse button is actually going to be Tempest, Thundering Maelstrom, because it's mobile. I love it because it's mobile. When we deal with bosses, we're going to drop Crashing Hail down. It lasts a little longer, it looks like, so we'll be able to do 1 Hail to 2 Maelstroms. Spirited should keep us in enough spirit. If not, we'll have to change current strategies. And then Refreshing Breeze we're going to want to keep around because this removes negative effects. So we'll keep activating that. We'll have the Gusting Tempest over here and permanent on. And that's all we really need to do. And of course, this is going to be Thundering Maelstrom. You can see that is a lot less hits. So maybe it's 4 a second compared to previous 8 a second. Even though it's bigger hits, you know, damage numbers are better, it's less hits. And that's going to hurt us in trash pack kills. We are going to overkill the trash and not kill enough of it fast enough. So that's kind of a little bit of a gate we've been issued. Gusting Tempest, this does more damage, but keep in mind everything takes a lot more damage to kill. But 2 pulses should kill a regular white trash. I just realized that funny thing I just said, white trash. Sorry. And then, of course, we'll have this active, so we have health regeneration coming in. And what's happening here is with Gusting Tempest and Turbulent Winds, because this is a wind power, it's putting this debuff, making them 33% more vulnerable. So they will take even more damage. This will affect bosses. As you can see, it's nice hits. You'll burn bosses a lot better. You will not burn trash packs better. So it's kind of like that trade. As you can see, my mana is regenerating through Spirited fast enough when that comes off that I don't have to use a Doom's Medal anymore. Now I'm using a Dr. Octopus with maximum radius and a high crit chance. Extra damage rating is fine. I got the Power Prism Shard on, doing again more radius, more critical hit for area powers, and minus to their spirit cost. And an Oculus Ouroboros is giving me life per hit when I deal energy damage. Just about everything I do is energy damage, therefore it's pretty good. This pulses for physical, this pulses for physical, but this is energy. So I will have life coming through on at least 1 hit a second, it appears. That really what it happens. So that is nice. I would like some more regen. I think this regen right now is putting me at 7,112 health regen. So that's pretty respectable. It should keep me alive. I should be able to stay mobile. I'm going to turn this off so I can do Storm's ultimate ability. You can see what happens there. They increase the damage per strike, the ongoing damage per bolt by a lot. I think it's a large buff. It slows everything. It stuns stuff when you first cast it. You restore an additional 5 spirit per second like you needed it. You get +1 speed, +1 energy, but it's only 15 seconds. That's where the Doom's Medal would have weighed in a little more. So it is what it is. But this is what it looks like. It rains down havoc. It works with all the area buffing abilities, as you can see. This is absolute ripfest. I mean, this will shred Doom down in a second. Pretty nasty. And that's it. This is the Crashing... Oops, I didn't hit the wrong button. This is the Crashing Hail. It's a pretty good damage. Nice little debuff. It's one of the best debuffs for attack and movement speeds, by the way, out there. It now beats Jean Grey's, and it does the similar damage. And it makes them take extra damage, and we're reducing their damage through Gusting Tempest. We are very, very, very group-friendly now. Especially with the health regen, we are super group-friendly. Groups will love you. And you're still very effective, even though there's nerfs. So please don't spam me saying things aren't nerfed because of all these huge damage numbers. Everybody agrees that there's huger health pools out there. So yes, your numbers went big, but health pools went bigger. You're kind of nerfed. But it's going to make endgame much, much better, much more enjoyable. I think they're very good changes to be put out there. So that's it. That's Storm. I hope this helped, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.